Hi, I'm Monica Breckenridge, the owner of Pink Realty and Pink Real Estate in Colorado Springs, and our goal here is to help as many homeowners avoid foreclosure. And today I'm going to talk about what are your options to avoid foreclosure, because your option may not be to use us. Your options may be to save your property. So I'm going to go over those options with you. The first option that is available, which is the most difficult to do, is reinstating your loan. Reinstating your loan is just a fancy name that says that you're going to bring your loan current. You're going to pay off all the back dues on your loan. You're going to pay off all the late charges, all the attorney fees for the foreclosure filing. You're going to bring the loan current again. And in order to do that, you have to do that before the date that is on the public trustee website, which is elpasopublictrustee.com. You can check the current status of your foreclosure. On there, there is a date that is the final date that you can reinstate your loan, and it's usually about a week before the foreclosure auction. And in order to do that, you have to file a notice of intent to cure with public trustee's office. And with that, they're going to send figures to your they're going to send a notice to the foreclosure attorney, which then notifies your bank to get a payoff statement for your loan or a statement that you need to bring your loan current. So they're going to order that for you. And I always recommend you filing that notice of intent to cure, even if you don't have the money, just in case you do get a way to get the money before the auction. So if you have that at least filed, you can still pay off your mortgage before the auction. Another option for you would be a forbearance or repayment plan. This is usually for homeowners who had a temporary situation. For example, you just lost your job and you were out of work for 2 months, but now you just got hired for a new job. So you want to go on a repayment plan to pay back part of your 2 months that you missed out. So what they're going to do is they're going to increase your mortgage payments for whatever period of time to get you caught back up on your mortgage payments. So this is mostly for people who had a temporary hardship. Another option would be a mortgage modification. So this is where you go to your mortgage lender to request that they modify your loan to bring your payments down. And this is a very long process. You're going to have to provide them with all your financials, so all your pay stubs, all your bank statements. You're going to have to provide a hardship letter for them. Your tax returns, a financial worksheet, and it's going to be a long process. You're going to be faxing a lot of paperwork to them, and you're going to have to get this information to them in a timely manner. This is definitely an option. I always recommend homeowners doing a loan modification first before trying anything. They aren't very successful, but more and more homeowners are getting into loan mods, so you should try that avenue first if your intention is to keep the property. Another alternative is the HAFA program. This is a government program and it stands for Home Affordable Foreclosure Alternatives Program. And with this program, you are actually wanting to sell your house to avoid foreclosure. And this is only applicable for people who have a conventional loan. And you have to apply usually 60 days, at least 60 days before your foreclosure date. We recommend always to apply way in advance of your foreclosure to increase your chances. And what they do is they're going to send out an appraiser to your property. They're going to appraise the property and they're going to have you get the house listed with a licensed realtor to be able to sell the house for what they consider the market value. As long as you qualify for this program, then you can receive up to $3,000 to sell your house with the HalfA program. So it's a great program with the banks. Another option would be just to rent out your property. Maybe you can rent out your property. This would definitely be before you start getting behind. So, because if you're already behind, the bank's still going to want the money, even though you rent the property. So, an option would be to rent out your property either by moving out or having somebody move in, or maybe just renting out rooms in your house to help with extra income. I've seen lots of people do that and do that as long as you can to stay living there. Another option is a deed in lieu of foreclosure, and I do not recommend a deed in lieu of foreclosure. This is the same thing as a foreclosure, and it's going to show up on your credit as a foreclosure, meaning you won't be able to buy a house for 7 years. So it's not going to be beneficial to you to do a deed in lieu. However, if you just cannot get the bank to cooperate and you can't get a short sale done or you can't do anything else and your last resort, maybe then a deed in lieu is a good option for you. Um, some banks are actually offering a deed for lease, meaning you deed the property back to the bank and they agree to rent it to you. Not every bank is doing this, so you'll have to see if your bank is willing to do that. And there's going to be a qualification process. You're going to have to show income in order to do that. Um, bankruptcy is an option. I have to warn you that bankruptcy is not going to stop you from losing your house. What it's going to do is if you file bankruptcy, it's going to put everything on hold. So the bank cannot foreclose while you are in active bankruptcy. Once the bankruptcy is done, then they can foreclose. Unless you're doing something like a Chapter 13 where you're restructuring your payments and you're repaying back your debt, the banks cannot foreclose on your property while you're in bankruptcy. I'm not an attorney, so if you want to file bankruptcy, you should seek an attorney on how to do that. But even if you file bankruptcy and you let your house foreclose, you won't be able to buy a house for 7 years. So it's always recommended if you do a bankruptcy to do a short sale as well. You can try to refinance the property. Now, you can only refinance your house traditionally if you have some equity in your house and if you're not behind on payments. Once you get behind on payments, you cannot refinance your house. You have to have a good credit standing in order to do a refinance. If you do not have any equity in your house and you're upside down, there is a new government program called HARP. I believe it stands for Home Affordable Refinance Program. I believe that's what it stands for. And you can refinance your house if your loan is owned by Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae. It's your primary residence and you have not gotten behind on your payments and you're upside down, then they can do a refinance to help lower your payments so that you don't go into foreclosure. So this is a pre-foreclosure step, okay? There is the Servicemembers Civil Relief Act. This is for people in the military only. This is for people who are deployed and they get behind on payments as a result of their deployment. Either their spouse is not making the payments or something was happening and the payments weren't going through. This is something for them to look into. An option would be to sell the property. If you do have enough equity, you can try to sell the property. Very tough right now in this market, but if you do have equity, definitely try selling your house to avoid foreclosure. Another option, which is how we can help you, is by doing a short sale. And a short sale is where you sell your house for less than what is owed on your mortgage. And the reason why you're doing that is because you're upside down. You don't owe what the house is worth. And in order to sell your house right now, if you are upside down, you would be bringing a lot of money to closing. So this allows you to actually sell your house, not go to closing with money. And in most cases, most of our homeowners do receive $1,000 up to $3,000 from the bank to sell their house. But you have to act fast and get help immediately, because if you wait too long, the banks may not be willing to offer money and the banks may not be willing to do a short sale. So it's always best to seek help immediately. Now, I'm not an attorney, but we do want to help you avoid foreclosure, and we can help you avoid foreclosure by doing a short sale. I am an investor and I do buy houses. So if your house is one that meets my needs, I would be willing to buy your house. If it's not a house that I'm interested in buying, then I would recommend my company, Pink Realty, list your property. I have an agent in our office who specializes in short sales, and she can list your property. Our success rate with our short sales is over 95%, as long as we have homeowners who are cooperating with the short sale. It's a long process. I'm sorry, but it is. There's a lot of homeowners who are needing to do a short sale. And depending on who your bank is and the type of loan, depends on how long your short sale is going to take. And it is a lot of paper, just like a loan modification. So we do need to work with homeowners who are willing to cooperate with us on this short sale. We would love to help you avoid foreclosure. And we've helped over 250 families avoid foreclosure in Colorado Springs. And that's as of January 2012. And it's constantly growing. So give us a call if you want help. Our number is 719-471-PINK, and that's 471-7465. Hope you have a wonderful day.